escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Saturday, July 19th. We've got a big day here on the Sports Money Network. It's UFC Saturday with UFC 318 tonight. We're just 9 hours away or so from our big card here from the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans with Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway for that BMF title. And we'll see if Poirier goes out on top in his expected farewell fight here in front of his home crowd tonight. He's beaten Max twice, but we'll see tonight. Should be a pretty awesome card. We'll be along tonight at about 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, with our live companion coverage tonight from New Orleans of UFC 318. So make sure you join us here on the Sports Money Network. I'll be there, and hope you will be too. So thanks a lot for joining me here on the show as we get ready for our sports betting day. We're mostly going to cover Major League Baseball, of course, here, but it is tonight. Should be a pretty awesome evening. We do have the WNBA All-Star Game tonight with Team Collier taking on Team Clark. It's unfortunate. Not the first time we've seen the All-Star games in the basketball leagues. I think one other time we saw one of the captains injured, I think on the men's team, didn't we, when we had the teams named after the captains? But no Clark tonight. But we did see last night some exciting action there with the results from All-Star Friday. So we saw, Sabrina Ionescu, boy, did she ever light it up on those three-pointer. For a moment there, I didn't know if she was going to miss those three-point shots. So pretty fun, pretty exciting there yesterday. She really crushed it there in the end. But man, for the first few racks there, she was really knocking them down there, and she won her second career three-point contest there. And in the skills challenge, it was Natasha Cloud of the New York Liberty. She beat Wheeler there last night to win that prize there for the skills challenge. That's what it's called there yesterday evening. So hope you enjoyed that. Let me say hello to the folks here. It's all about the All-Star Game, I think, in that league. Here we go with Nuke. He's ready to go with a new day, new winnings here. And Andrew G joins us as well. Cash Kane is here. Fernando is in the chat, ready to go. Andrew K, thank you as well. AJ Stogstill, good to have you along. Hey everyone, like this video and subscribe to our channel Sports Money here on YouTube, fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. Hey, if you want, you can get my plays tonight for UFC 318 by heading over to winnable.com. My entire full prediction card is on winnable.com today. You can just get it individually if you'd like, or you can subscribe for 1 month for $19.95. That's just 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM at checkout. That'll save you 20%. You get all my picks, including Major League Baseball today as well, but also get my full UFC card. Had a pretty good week last week, and I pick every fight pretty much in there. And I give you also my pick for which round the fight might end, or also how the fight might end, or if it'll go to a decision. So check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. Get my plays for tonight, UFC 318, and hey, maybe even a few winners in the NBA Summer League. Went 3-2 yesterday, and that was in the consolation games. So head on over there. I'm going to have some picks for sure in the NBA Summer League tonight, including those two semifinal games. Hopefully, you guys have been on with me the whole time. We were here on this show at the beginning of the NBA Summer League and said that the Toronto Raptors were our pick to win the NBA Summer League at 10-1, and they're one of the 4 teams left. So, I didn't go too heavy there, but definitely going to win maybe a couple hundred there. And also, maybe I want to just take a little out, but they are favored by 3, I think, in that NBA Summer League game semifinal it's Sacramento and Toronto. It is Charlotte and Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City also, they've looked really good in the Summer League, and I think it just shows where that team is, right? It's almost a joke how Oklahoma City's been able to add all these draft picks in addition to the fact that they're the NBA champions. I mean, this team is stacked for years to come, and their young players are also looking pretty good here in the Summer League tournament. All right. But those games are today, and there's also more consolation games mixed in there. I don't know if I want to water down the picks that I might have. Actually, I may probably just go with the total in Sacramento-Toronto. I do like it. And like I said, we're pretty much on Toronto to win this whole thing. They are favored by 3 today over Sacramento. How did we do yesterday in Major League Baseball? I had some winners yesterday. Hope you guys did as well. As we look at some of the results real quick from yesterday, and then we'll get into the action here for Saturday. A card that mostly an evening card for Saturday baseball. Well, I say evening, but you know what I mean. The prime time, the Saturday main window there at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific just isn't there this week. It's most of the action at our night games here tonight on Fox. So we'll get into that here in just a moment, but go over some of the results yesterday. We did have a winner here on the show with Boston and the Cubs game to go under there yesterday, 4-1. Cubs got the win. We did have that as a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks with the Cubs yesterday with Colin Ray. Hopefully he caught me on the happy hour as well, where I gave out some winners there for sure over at Tony's Picks on the happy hour show. I had the White Sox and the Pirates game to go over. Didn't quite have it right here on the show yesterday, but did go over. And the White Sox smashed Pittsburgh with Jonathan Cannon. Wow, I think somebody in the chat mentioned Cannon was the man. So, hey, Padres over the Nationals yesterday. Want to shout out Mikey Money. He had the Padres minus a run here with his premium picks as well. Also, I had the over in the game between the Angels and the Phillies. Mikey had that one on his service as well. We both came with it with the over in that one with our winnable premiums. Also, yesterday here on the show, I did have Toronto over San Francisco yesterday in that game 4-0. And we had a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks on the under in that game in the 4-0 win. Bassett gave up 10 hits. Didn't matter. He didn't allow a run. Mikey had it too on his premiums there yesterday. So we're both coming with these winners. Cincinnati over the Mets. I had them on the show yesterday. Yeah, I had the Reds. Austin Hayes homered twice, and the Reds won 8-4, beating Manaea there yesterday with Lodolo. Also had Cleveland here on the show yesterday. The Guardians, the winner over the Athletics, 8-6, and a bit of a wild one. But we did have Cleveland as our pick here on the show, as well as we had Atlanta yesterday on the morning steam over the Yankees 7-3 with Strider. Also, we did have our premium sports money pick on the over in that game in the 7-3 win for Atlanta. Also had a premium pick in the game between Detroit and Texas. Of course, we had that one to go under. We always been going under. Corey Seager, though, had the 2-run double in the 8th inning, and that was all that was needed for the Rangers in that 2-0 win. Brought you the winner yesterday here on the show with Colorado and Kyle Freeland over Paddock yesterday. Rockies got the win 6-4. We had them on the run line anyway. And winner yesterday on the happy hour show with St. Louis and Arizona game to go over. We said go over with Palante and Fott. Final score there 7-3. Also, winner here on the show yesterday, run line winner with Milwaukee, but they won the game outright 2-0 over the Dodgers with Quinn Priester and company for the Brewers. Also, winner premium style late last night. Houston and Seattle game to go under in the 6-1 win for the Mariners. Trying to catch Houston here early, a little bit in the second half, trying to close that gap. Also did have a winner yesterday on the happy hour show with the over in the game between Calgary and Winnipeg last night as well, a little bit of a rough one there for the Blue Bombers yesterday with Caleros going out of the game. Strebler was no good in that game, and Calgary ended up smashing Winnipeg for the second time in just a couple of weeks here. Calgary smashed Winnipeg there yesterday. So also want to shout out my man Kyle Stowers, 2 home runs yesterday, including that walk-off win for the Marlins in the 10th inning there. Last night it got a little wild there with all those runs in the 10th inning, but it was the Marlins that got the win. I didn't have it, but just wanted to note Stowers' 2 home run game after the All-Star game that he had the home run in that mini home run derby. Also, Junior Caminero, a home run derby participant, had 2 home runs in that win for Tampa Bay over Baltimore yesterday. All right, let me say hello to a few more folks. Also want to fire up the YouTube page here and see who the community leaderboard likes here today as we roll on with the show. Roll on, big ball, and get ready for our picks here today. Right now, golf action underway. No one truly making a move yet here at Royal Portrush, but we did say yesterday, right? I mean, I know I'm not on, well, I am now, but I know I wasn't on Scotty Scheffler pre-flop. Wasn't probably ever going to be on him under those odds. And even though the odds weren't much better yesterday, I felt like the fact that he had gotten through round 1, just 1 stroke back, would be good to go yesterday for a bet at basically 5-2. And sure enough, he's got a 1-stroke lead right now. No guarantees, but this is Scotty Scheffler after all, and does have a 1-stroke lead right now at the British Open, at the Open Championship over Matt Fitzpatrick, Brian Harmon right there, Haotong Li, and golf is underway. Just nothing here yet from the leaders. Wyndham Clark has made the best move here so far today. Also, couple others still, but they're still 5 and 6 strokes back, so we'll see. It's really Scotty's tournament to lose. It does feel like here on Saturday, so we still got 2 days to go, but still, as the leaders start to tee off here in just a little bit, we'll keep touch on some of those. Hey, all right, who's leading so far? Fernando, you got Nuke, you got Andrew G, you got Cash Kane, AJ, and Andrew K. Community leaderboard so far. Thanks, you guys. And I think you're ready to go. Not much here from the chat. We got almost 3 dozen of you here ready to go, so maybe we can just get ready. Hope I'm coming through okay. Don't have a good bars up there, but I'm ready to go if you are. And here we go with the coverage for today. Hopefully, I got some winners here for you in Major League Baseball and such. And we'll start it off. Like I said, mostly an evening card here tonight, and even the first game starts at 3:07 Eastern, 12:07 Pacific, with the San Francisco Giants on the road taking on those Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, it was yesterday the Blue Jays getting the win 4-0 there behind Bassett. Pretty good job yesterday for the first place Jays to kind of keep it going here, it feels like right now. So we'll see what you guys like here in this one between Toronto and San Francisco. Let's get to some of the numbers for our pitchers today and some of the trends that are riding here. But pretty impressive. And, San Francisco hasn't always been this hasn't been an awful series over the years for San Francisco, despite traveling north of the border here for it. But yesterday they did look a little bit sluggish, out not able to score a run. At least they've got Logan Webb here going for the Giants, but he's up against Lauer here in this one. And right now the Giants are favored this game at I don't know how much longer, but call it $1.15, $1.20 right now, and the total is 8/20 here for the most part. You got Logan Webb here with a 2.94 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 250 batting average against, and a 332 BABIP is not great for sure. We know Webb is an established starter here, but a pretty okay season, I guess. He's 9-6. For Lauer here, he's 4-2, 8 starts, 14 appearances. Blue Jays are 6-2 with Lauer on the mound. He's got a 2.78 ERA and a 1.03 WHIP, 204 batting average against, and a 256 BABIP. These numbers are more solid than Webb, I would think, for sure. Coming in, and Blue Jays averaging about a half a run more than the Giants offensively, but the Giants pitching is about a half a run better than the Blue Jays. But Lauer can definitely spin it here, and let's see if you guys have a play in this one between San Francisco and Toronto today, coming off the 4-0 win there yesterday. For the Giants here, they have lost 4 of their last 5 games going back through the break. They've also lost 5 of their last 6 here when playing the Blue Jays. Like I said, they've had success, but not of late. Here right now, Giants have gone under in 6 of their last 8 games overall. 5 straight meetings between these two teams here in Toronto have gone under. Blue Jays hot streak continues here. They've won 12 of their last 15, dating back to the break right now. Toronto's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games, although they have gone over in 15 of their last 23 games at home. Still getting good pitching here right now, and let's see how you have it in this one. San Francisco taking on Toronto here today, and here we go. Hopefully get some bit more picks from you guys today. And it's going to be Cash Kane here on the Giants. Doge likes under. Hello to Doge. Fernando likes the under, and Nuke. He likes Jays here in this one. That looks like it from you guys there in the chat. And for me, I like the under here between San Francisco and Toronto today. I'll take the under with these two pitchers for sure. Could we see kind of maybe just a similar game? Hopefully the Giants get a few runs to make it interesting, but we'll see. It'll be tough, I think, against Lauer, actually. I'll take the under as my play here, along with Doge, along with Fernando. You see a mix there because Kane was on the Giants, but All right, hopefully get a few more participants here today, but thanks to the 4 of you for helping make a pick. Pardon me, here in the chat. All right, I'm on the under. San Francisco and Toronto. Next up, got the Reds taking on the Mets here, and Clay Holmes. He's going for the Mets today against Nick Martinez. Reds got the win there yesterday. And we were on him here, of course, but let's see how it fares here today with Martinez coming in here with a 4.78 ERA, 1.2 whip, 260 batting average against a 285 BABIP coming in. The Reds are 7-12 with Martinez on the mound for the Mets, and Clay Holmes, they're 12-7 when Holmes starts. Complete opposite of the Reds. Holmes has a 3.31 ERA and a 1.25 whip, 234 batting average against, and a 269 BABIP coming in. So let's see how you have it here. The widely reported steam came in on the over in this game. In fact, right now that total is stale on the line. It's well higher than that. Man, let me get that corrected. It's 8.5 over 20. It feels like here, even 9 under 15 right now on this current line here for the Reds and the Mets. In fact, I'm showing it going as high as $1.80. Also here in this one, but man, the Mets. This looks like this feels like a better matchup than yesterday. I know it was on the Reds, but I think the Mets could have a better result. I guess I could put it here today, but let's see how the chat calls it in this one with the Reds and the Mets, and got to balance it out there with that modestly high line, right, at $1.70 or so. Maybe it even is a little bit high. Reds aren't great, we know, but they're still over 500 here right now, doing a great job. The Reds are 51-47 here currently. I mean, that's good for fourth place in the National League Central currently, 7.5 games back, despite pretty solid season. Oh, I see they're talking about the fights there in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, not just UFC today. We got the boxing here. We've got the Usyk fight today. Hasn't really moved that $3 line all week, it feels like, right? Against Dubois. Maybe up to 340 here, 360 at some of the square books there, but got other fights as well with the Zoo fighting tonight, as well as Manny Pacquiao as an underdog this evening. So I see you, fight fans. Okay, here we go with the Reds and the Mets. See how you guys call it in this one. For the Mets here, they do come in having lost 4 of their last 6 games, but they've won 4 of their last 6 games at home. They've also gone over in 6 of their last 7 games at home, and over in 11 of their last 16 games overall. For the Reds here, they've won 5 of their last 6 games overall, and have gone under in 4 of their last 5. Let's go to the chat here in this one. Cincinnati and the Reds today. See what you got. I see some people chiming in. Fernando might go under with Lauer's K's back in that other one. Here's Cash Kane. Good morning. Here's Cash Kane says, take the Reds. Good morning to Flea Mathis, I should say. Cash Kane says Reds on the run line here. Under for Nate Cerna. Nuke says, take the Mets. Today, on the run line, Real Madrid Doge says, over in this one. And Stop Geo, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Yeah, Mets here. I feel like this is a little bit better of a position today for the Mets. There, and that run line is a plus money return. Is that right? Let me check it out here real quick, like at plus 120 there on the minus 1.5 today. Give me the Mets. I'll go ahead and lay the run line here today. Hey, we were on the Reds yesterday. Not just taking these favorites here, but I'll take the Mets to bounce back with Clay Holmes over Nick Martinez as my play here. Nate Cerna likes the Blue Jays to rock by 2.5 runs today. Next up are the Royals taking on the Marlins with Michael Wacha taking on Cal Quantrill, and the Royals are favored here on the road. About $1.25 or so, and the total 8.5 flat. Mentioned the walk-off home run there for Kyle Stowers yesterday. Let's make sure we get this. I think $1.30 might be fair and fine, actually, in this one. So for Michael Wacha here, comes in with a record of 4-9, 3.74 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, and a 2.51 batting average against. Here, going up against Cal Quantrill. Quantrill comes in with an ERA of 5.62. Here, 1.44 WHIP, 291 batting average against, and a 3.35 BABIP. So kind of similar to yesterday's situation, it feels like, where yesterday did see for the Royals, I mean, they did have the distinct advantage. It felt like they were in the pitching department, still ended up losing the game eventually after it kind of blew up there with those 5 runs in the 10th inning. But let's see how you guys have it here. And can the Royals, like I said, feels like an obvious pitching advantage, but yesterday also had the starting pitching advantage, end up in a high-scoring game, and then the Marlins get it done late. So could that happen again here? You got the Marlins coming in. They've still won 15 of their last 21 games right now. They were one of the hottest teams in the league entering the break. Miami's also won 6 of the last 8 games against Kansas City, including 5 straight games here at home against Kansas City. Kansas City's right now lost here. The opening game of the second half. I'll fix it here. Let me get my notes straight. They've gone under in 15 of their last 22 games overall, coming into this one. And for the Marlins, they've gone under in 10 of their last 12 at home. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone under. So let's see what you have here in the chat, and I'll make a pick as well. Here we go. It's going to be Cash Kane on the under. Terrell's got a Yerfie in the game between the Reds and the Mets, and Doge says take the Royals on the money line here in this one. Oh, man, I don't know if I could do it after what I saw yesterday, even with these subtle advantages, it feels like today. Marlins are the pick for me, I think, here, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang with Nuke and take Miami. They're able to get it done and stay hot here. Royals know that I would think, actually, this has been a bit of a disappointment here currently for the Royals, given maybe that their expectations might have been a little bit higher coming into this season. So anyways, I'll take Miami here in this one. And Miami over 3.5 on their team total here, says Terrell. All right, next up, we've got the Angels on the road taking on the Phillies. And we saw runs yesterday between these two teams, didn't we? As the final score was 6-5 in favor of the Angels. They had to shake up the pitching there a little bit, and they ended up going with an opener there and Zephyr John. But they still were able to get it done, and by beating Luzardo 6-5. Now look at the price though here. Look, these are still the Phillies, right? I know the Angels have played very, very well here, and this was supposed to be Tyler Anderson here, but a little bit of a shakeup of the pitching situation for the Angels. Still got Kikuchi here, and while he is not the most popular pitcher among sports bettors, it feels like I've been kind of on him on a few of these games for sure. Now, Kikuchi has a 3.11 ERA, 1.37 whip, 246 batting average against, but a 304 BABIP for Walker here. He's 3-5, 9 starts, 20 appearances, 3.55 ERA, and a 231 batting average against, 265 BABIP. Pretty solid for sure here, but see how you want to go in this one after the Angels were able to get the job done yesterday. Like I said, Philly, $1.35 right now at Bovada, and it does feel like it's creeping up a little bit here right now. You do have a Phillies team still 13 games over 500, battling with the Mets. Uh, atop the Eastern Division standings here yesterday. But I think the other thing about it is the fact that the Angels have been pretty solid here, just one game under 500. But still, you do have probably an A team against a C team is what it feels like here in this one. So go ahead and let me hear from you in the chat today. I'm pretty sure I think the Phillies might be pretty popular in the chat, despite losing yesterday's game, and despite the Angels playing pretty well. The Angels have won 4 of their last 6 games coming in, but they are 3-7 straight up against the Phillies of late. They're also 2-5 their last 7 games in here, or last few seasons here. Angels have gone over in 7 of their last 8 games overall. Philadelphia has gone under in 14 of 20, but 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Let's see if you have a play here with the Angels and the Phillies today. All right, here's Andrew K. Let's see here. Scooter says, hey, try the Marlins right now to win the World Series. Why not? Right? They're got to find a way in, but if they get in. Here's Angels, first 5 money line for Kane. Here's Angels for Doge. He likes Kikuchi. And Nathan here maybe as well, but Nuke says, got to take the Phillies in this one. And Terrell, LA team total over here. Says maybe the break is what this lineup needed. I would almost say Terrell, they didn't they were hot. Remember, they're staying hot. So, and Fernando, I think he's on the White Sox coming up, or maybe they're talking about that World Series stuff. All right. For me, I'm going to take the Phillies here in this one. I just think the price is a little bit too low. Look, I love these Angels right now, and I think they've been doing a great job, obviously, here this season. But right now at $1.30 or $1.35 in this series, hey, Angels grabbed one. I'm going to take the Phillies to come back and get this one, even though I'd say that Kikuchi is, the better pitcher here right now over Taiwan Walker. I think that's agreed by a lot of people there. Zach Hatton, he likes the Phillies in this one as well. And if anything, you also can look to a little bit of the bullpen. The Angels do still have a bottom 5 bullpen right now. They're moving up a little bit there. They might be able to pass a couple of teams up. They still got a 5 ERA, though, out of the bullpen currently. Philly, 4.35. It's been a little bit of their downfall that their bullpen has not been very consistent. But I wouldn't put them in they are in a bottom 10 bullpen, but I think there's a difference between about 4 or 5 of the teams in the bullpens than the rest of them. Okay, I'll take the Phillies in this one, and let's move on to the White Sox taking on the Pirates. Well, final isn't a great game long term, but it does feel like a pretty interesting game here today with Hauser pitching, because Hauser's been so strong here so far, hasn't he? Been doing a great job. 1.56 ERA since the White Sox got Hauser. He's got a 5-2 record. The White Sox are 6-3 with Hauser on the mound. They're 33-65, but he's got a 1.12 WHIP and a 228 batting average against and a 270 BABIP. Hauser's been outstanding. Burrows, hey, give him credit. He's hanging in there. 4.83 ERA, 1.46 WHIP, 267 batting average against. Burrows just 1-3, however. So let's see how you have this one here with the White Sox taking on Pittsburgh here today. And, well, the White Sox are still an underdog, although you see that number on the still, $1.35 right now, right? So, look, these teams, believe it or not, are only separated by, 6 games. It may seem like a lot, but Pittsburgh here, still 20 games under 500. And the White Sox are 32 games under 500. So let's go to the chat. We won't spend much time on this one, but Hauser's been quite the story, it feels like, here right now. And kind of feels like, man, you get him as an underdog here, really? Maybe he is the guy you want to be taking here in this one. Anyway, let's take a look here real quick, and then we'll move on. But you got a White Sox team here that, they've lost 4 out of their last 5 games against Pittsburgh. They've lost 8 of their last 12 here in Pittsburgh, and they've lost 6 of their last 9 overall, and 18 of their last 25 on the road. But they got Hauser here. Pittsburgh's lost 9 of their last 10 games overall, but they've won 7 of their last 8 at home. So a little bit of an interesting contrast there for sure. I mean, look, yesterday, White Sox mashed Pittsburgh 10-1. So can they keep it up here today? Let's see. Pittsburgh's gone under in 10 of their last 13 games coming in. Not much from you guys. I get it. And Fade the Bucks says Doge. And Nuke says this is a bad game. Probably no one's commenting on it, so maybe I'll just make my pick and kind of move on here. I'm on the White Sox here in this one with Hauser pitching. Probably should be a premium, but who wants to take the White Sox and tell people about it and sell it as your pick? But I do. It probably is worth a premium here, but I'm just going to take him here on the show. I think I like the total here as well, but give me the White Sox here today in this one. Nobody's watching this one, says Doge. Well, how about this one then? How about my Padres taking on Washington here with Yu Darvish on the mound and as a road favorite, kind of I don't know, unproven and untested here at this point in his 2 starts. Padres did win one of them and lost one of them, but he's still 6.48 ERA. It looks fine to me it looks fine out there so far. The numbers I don't think reflect anything close to it right now for Darvish coming in. So I think that does leave something to be desired here for sure yesterday. But let's see how you have it. You have Mitchell Parker here with a 5-10 record. Although the Nationals are 9-10 with Parker on the mound, he's got a 5.12 ERA and a 2.62 batting average against. And, well, man, Padres were able to pretty much smash them there yesterday on the road. They're up to $1.45 here right now, maybe even $1.50. The Padres continuing to climb a little bit. The total right now at pretty much a 9 flat. Let's call it 9 flat. I'll call it $1.45 and 9 flat here. There we go. There we go. So, maybe a good matchup for the Padres as far as just their overall momentum right now. If they were able to beat the pants off of them there yesterday, maybe they could still do it here again today. It doesn't feel like a great price, though, really. here. Padres sometimes have had problems in Washington, even when they have had a modestly successful team. Right now, the Padres, though, have won 5 straight games at Washington here currently. They've won 4 out of their last 5. They've beaten the Nationals in 9 of their last 10 games. Overall, for the Nationals here, they've lost 5 straight. They've lost 13 of their last 16 at home. It feels like a mismatch the way these two teams are going right now. Washington's gone over in 14 of their last 16 and also 5 straight games at home. All right, let's see if you have anything here with the Padres and the Nationals today. Doge says that feels like the steam is on the Nationals. I know it does. Well, the widely reported steam did come in on the Nationals, but since then, the money seems to be moving back to San Diego. Like I said, they're the ones going up here right now. Cash Kane says Nats first 5 money line. Terrell likes you for his best outing today. Jim Dubiger says the Padres on the run line plus money here in this one. And Nate says Pods to score first today. All right. Well, not a great price, but I've got to take the Padres here in this one today. They feel pretty comfortable here in Washington now. Like I said, years past, it's been a tough place for them, but the numbers would indicate right now that they have these guys measured here a little bit. I would imagine there could be some runs today. After all, they did sneak over there right yesterday, or did it land right on the number? Oh, it did go over in the 7-2 win. It was 8.5. So I think it may also end up being kind of a higher score here today. But I'll take the Padres. All right, we're going to continue on with Detroit taking on Texas here in this one with Keter Montero on the mound for the Tigers. He is 4-1 with a 4.02 ERA. Tigers are 6-1 with Montero as a starter. He doesn't run very deep here, but does give them what they need. He's got a 1.36 ERA, 267 batting average against. Camille Rocker's just never found it yet here for Texas. He's 3-4 with a 6.39 ERA, 1.5 WHIP, 295 batting average against, and a 331 BABIP. However, these two pitchers are combined to go 6-12 to the under so far. And we know Texas home games are massive unders, although Detroit here is 50-43 to the over this season. I mean, they got a great offense, of course, averaging nearly 5 runs per game. So going up against a pitcher like Rocker, you'd think they could get the job done. Now, still, they're on the road, and runs aren't exactly easy to come by here in Texas. In fact, the final score yesterday was 2-0. They were still yesterday able to get that win. Texas did anyway, 2-0, as they were able to beat Reese Olson with Patrick Corbin. Remember, so we'll see here. But what do you have here in this one, fam? With Texas here at home. They did get the win there yesterday. So Detroit, they've actually lost 5 in a row here right now, if I'm not mistaken. They're in a little bit of a slump. They've also lost 4 out of their last 5 to Texas. 10 of the last 15 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Detroit's gone over in 7 of their last 10 on the road. Texas has gone over in 6 of their last 8 games overall, despite all those unders that we talked about. I'm actually going under in this game with Texas and the Rangers. I think the numbers might indicate an over. Talking about Rocker and his ERA kind of over 6 here right now. Maybe I'm just kind of referring to the old every game in Texas goes under, and I never can get off of the under. Maybe today would be the day to maybe consider the over, but I can't do it. Still just can't do it. Let's see what you got here in this one. Oldie here today. Thank you, Oldie. Nice to see you in the chat. Doge says the Tigers will be able to rock light rocker up. And Robot Glock is here today. He says he's got the Tigers. I believe he's saying the Tigers here in this one. He's wondering if it's John Rocker pitching for Detroit. I'm going to take the under here in this one. I kind of like it. I like the under, despite some of these stats here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take the under here in this one with Detroit and Texas here today. All right, let's move on to the next one here right now. We've got the Orioles on the road taking on the Rays here with Dean Kramer. He's up against Zach Littell here in this one for Kramer. He's got an 8-7 record with 4.24 ERA in this one, 1.27 WHIP, 262 batting average against for Littell here. 8-7 record as well, 3.56 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, and a 249 batting average against. His metrics here, if you will, I think are a little bit more solid for Zach Littell going up here against Kramer. Now, yesterday we did, of course, see Tampa Bay pretty much smash them here yesterday, and feels like a pretty decent price. Now, Littell might not have the best numbers here against these guys. Let me see, make sure I get that right, actually. Oh no, not bad actually for Littell. A 248 batting average against this lineup in a very large sample size. Littell has faced the Orioles here plenty, so I think his numbers are pretty solid here right now in this one. Let me see what you guys have in the chat and kind of cover some of the trends here with these two. Right now, the line is Tampa Bay minus $1.25 and the total 9, maybe even shaded to the under, but it's not shaded to the over anymore. That's for sure. Let's just call it 9. There we go. And in the chat, we've got Doge says Kramer wheel deal today. He's got to take the Orioles here. Nuke says take the Rays here in this one. And I say the Orioles are probably pretty popular with the handicappers, it feels like today. But, man, I just don't know if I could do it. It feels like to me Tampa Bay, pressure's kind of on here right now. I mean, look at the standings currently in the American League East, and they're not slipping away necessarily. They're still just 5.5 games back in the standings. They could still easily make the playoffs with a good second half. I know they're trailing 3 teams there, including Toronto, but I'd say that they're in the mix for sure here. And at this price, I don't think I can pass. So I'm going with Tampa Bay here today over Baltimore. Next up, the Athletics are on the road taking on Cleveland with Luis Severino here in this one, going up against Logan Allen. Right now, it's about $1.35, $1.40 here for the Guardians, and the total 9 under 20 here. Definitely seeing this one go up a little bit. There we go. For Severino here, 5.16 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, 269 batting average against. Severino's 2-11 this season. The A's are 5-15 with Severino on the mound. That's not great. Cleveland here, Logan Allen, 6-7 record. The Guardians are 8-9 with Allen on the mound. Here right now, you do have 4.0 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, 252 batting average against here, and I feel like it's a very reasonable number here for Cleveland, especially following yesterday's game there, where Cleveland was able to get it done despite kind of a high score there, 8-6. But I got to take the Guardians here in this one, $1.35. I'm not going to mind that. You have Cleveland here still, just a couple games under 500. The A's are still 17 games now under 500 after the loss yesterday. Let's go to the chat. And Terrell says, could Mullins be heading out of Baltimore? There, I think is what he said. Nuke likes the Guardians here in this one on the run line to get it done. I'll take the Guardians as well with the Nuke. And, man, we saw a lot of runs yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case again today. All right. Keep it going here right now with St. Louis taking on the Diamondbacks. And, hey, we got this one right there yesterday with our pick, right? We did say take make sure I got it right here. We had the over. I'm sorry, we did take the Cardinals there on the show, kind of going against Brandon Pfaadt, but he did have a good outing. It was my happy hour pick yesterday. Was that over with the Cardinals and Arizona? I don't know whether with Sonny Gray. I don't think we're going over here with Gray and Nelson. Now, these guys have been okay. Gray, especially 9-3 record coming into this one, and man, the Cardinals are 15-4 with Sonny Gray on the mound, 3.5 ERA. 1.08 whip, 241 batting average against, but a 314 BABIP shows susceptibility. Arizona and Ryan Nelson quietly snuck into the rotation here and has done a pretty good job. He's 5-2. Arizona 6-4 with him on the mound, 3.68 ERA, 107 whip, and a 206 batting average against, and a 237 BABIP. These are pretty strong numbers so far for Nelson this season. He's been quietly getting, doing a pretty good job. St. Louis here is minus $1.25, maybe right? No. I'll leave $1.20 there on the screen, but I think we're seeing about $1.55. $1.15 here actually right now for St. Louis, and the total's hanging out at 8.5 here. Yeah, 8.5 flat. All right, let's see what you guys have in this one following yesterday's 7-3 game. That was the final score there for Arizona as they were able to pound, and that was without Ketel Marte, the star. Now, he's missed games with injuries this season, but this one was a little different. You might have seen the story that over the All-Star break, why does this keep happening, you guys? Over the All-Star break, his house was robbed, and can't they just get house sitters, these guys? I don't know how, actually there hadn't been these athlete robberies, I think, since maybe football season, or maybe there was some in the NHL too. But Marte, because of that, he's just going to take some time off. Maybe it shook him up a little bit. You don't know. I mean, you'd think you could go out there and play a baseball game, but let's give the man some space. And Marte didn't play in the game, and I think he's going to be out again today for Arizona. But I don't know if it's going to didn't sway him yesterday with 7 runs, missing a great bat out of the lineup when you got some of these other guys for Arizona also looking pretty good offensively. So here we go. Let's take a look at it. St. Louis, they've lost 9 of their last 13 games coming in. They've lost 6 of their last 7 on the road. Sonny Gray is awesome, man. Let's face it. But for Arizona here, they've lost 4 of their last 6 at home. They've lost 4 out of the last 5 against Houston, but they have won 4 out of the last 6 against the Cardinals at home. Cardinals have gone over in 5 of their last 6 overall, including 4 of their last 5 on the road. And Arizona's gone over in 13 of their last 19 and 10 of their last 13 on the road. But I'm going to go with the under here in this one with St. Louis and Arizona. And we'll see what you guys have in this one. It's going to be Cleveland for Real Madrid. All right. Thank you, Robot Glock in there. And Nuke says, I got to take the Cardinals because Sonny Gray has done me well. I think that's what he's saying there. And let's see here. Andrew, he's ready to bet some football. And good morning to Blue here today. All right, we're making good time here on this show. We don't have much to talk about, really, other than the baseball. Maybe we could pick the WNBA All-Star game. I don't know. Here we go with the Yankees on the road and the rookie Warren on the mound going up here against Joey Wentz, I think, and the Braves. Here you got the Yankees favoring $1.30. Interesting matchup here, especially after what we saw in yesterday's game. Hey, we were right on with that one. I mean, we nailed it, right? We said there yesterday, take Atlanta there, and we also had the overs, our premium play in that one. But the Yankees, all of a sudden, for all that was going on, it seems like their pitching has kind of come up a little dry here. They had to switch it around there yesterday and ended up with kind of an opener, and it just didn't work out for the Yankees as the Braves were able to get the 7-3 win. Of course, we did see, if you haven't seen it, one of the plays of the year for man, that throw there yesterday. Wasn't that something? What an incredible throw there yesterday to get the runner at third base. Man, that was... Oh, here we go. I can't show it on the air, but man, that was a great throw yesterday. I can't even begin to describe it, right? I mean, it was, from the deep right field corner all the way to third base. I mean, the runner...
critical notice.
Who was the runner in that one? So Acuna got the ball, and who was the runner that I can't even think of that guy's name on the. Can you guys tell me who it is? But man, I know Alvarez. He kind of deked to the runner that you just stand there and then you catch the ball and tag the guy out. And man, that was an incredible play there yesterday for sure. But I can't think of the runner's name. Maybe you guys are telling me in the chat. Let me look at the chat here real quick, and then we'll talk about this game. Cards for Robot Glock. He says it's an easy game on the board. Doge says, he likes the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I think for a lot of bettors here, Sonny Gray is the one they're backing there. Blues on the Braves. Nuke says Joey Wentz getting that first start in a while. Dougie, hello. Nice to see you. He also likes Max today as his best play. How about that? His best play is a UFC play there. All right. Blue says Acuna has got a rocket of an arm. It was a great play, man. You got to see it. It's one of those worth finding if you haven't. And it's not getting played all over because it's just a throw. But, yeah, I guess it is getting played all over. All right, here we go. Now let me get to this one. Yankees here on the road against the Braves with Will Warren. 4.63 ERA, 6-5 record for Warren. He's got Yankees are 11-9 with Warren on the mound. 247 batting average against, but a 325 BABIP. Not superb for Wentz here. He's made 26 appearances. Braves will be piecing this one together, it feels like, today. He's got 6.32 ERA, 1.7 whip, 280 batting average against. And he also has a 327 BABIP. Yeah, if we were able to see 10 runs yesterday, I would think we're going to see certainly I would think maybe kind of the same thing there today. The total's 9 here. Braves are about a plus 105 or so. I'm showing the line there. Maybe it's down a little bit to $1.25. Yeah, I don't think I see any $1.30s out there anymore. $1.25. And the total, though, pardon me. It's up to 9.5. Okay, that settles it for me. I'm going over, but the line's gone up. The widely reported steam came in on the over. It's taken up to 9.5 here. 9, actually, I was going to make that the premium and maybe give out the side, but let me go with the over here in this one as my play on the show. I think over 9 is a premium. Over 9.5, it's going to be a free play. But I like it to go over once again, especially after we saw the very, very high score there yesterday, or 7-3 at least. Braves have gone over in 6 of their last 7 games overall. They've won 4 of their last 6, despite losing 12 of their last 18, remember. But Braves have actually won 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams and 4 of the last 5 games between the two teams in Atlanta. Yankees have gone over in 13 of their last 15. Remember, they were we could put that. Remember that old streak? We don't even need to refer to it anymore when they had those 16 straight unders, because they practically erased all those with this streak of overs. They've also gone over in 5 straight on the road, but mostly because they're starting to struggle with the pitching for sure right now. So this is going to be a tough one here. And we've seen, obviously the Yankees slipping into the future. Or into second place anyway, trailing 3 games to Toronto right now. So give me the over in this one currently. I think I have a premium, though, on the side. Okay. Nuke says he hopes the Yankees lose. Yankees better win, says Doge today. Man, look, the Braves... they're not necessarily making their move. That's the only problem here. They're still 8 games under 500. They're, pitching is obviously a little bit of a struggle here. Like I said, Joey Wentz here has not been a starter in a while, and Warren's been starting, but the Yankees aren't playing that well either. Okay, let's continue on with let's get to a real good matchup here with the Red Sox on the road with Bello taking on Shota Imanaga and the Cubs. And hey, good game yesterday. It was only 4-1, and maybe the Red Sox were never going to get there, but they might have a chance today. Here is a dog, it feels like. Bello comes in 6-3 with a 3.14 ERA here in this one, 1.27 whip, 243 batting average against, going up against Shota Imanaga of the Cubs, about $1.45, maybe even $1.50. This total is 9 here. That's interesting, right? Because look at the 2 pitchers here overall, and Bello, pretty solid numbers here this season for sure, and for Imanaga, feels like the same thing. Solid numbers here. Wind blowing straight out to center field, 8 miles an hour here today, and temperatures in the low 80s. So can Boston rebound here and pick one up off of the Cubs today? Maybe the price is worthy of consideration here with the Cubs at $1.
Final.
I'm going to take it at least down to $1.45, but that still is pretty much the price right now. There we go. All right, let me cover a little bit about what these two teams are up to. Like I said, feels like these starters have been pretty okay coming in. I mean, Cubs have won 2 of the last 3 starts for Imanaga, and The Red Sox have won Bellows' last 2 starts. Got 2 solid starting pitchers ERA-wise. Red Sox have they've only won 10 of their last 11 and finally had that winning streak snapped there by the Cubs yesterday. Cubs have won 4 of 5 coming in and 6 of their last 7 at home. Cubs have gone under in 6 of their last 7. Red Sox have gone under in 4 of their last 5. I know handicappers really like the Red Sox here in this one. I kind of like Imanaga a little bit better here, just that price here, but the stats to me say Cubs still, and I just can't get with the price for a premium. So I'm going to go with the Cubs here as my play, but just because I like the statistical matchup here, I know that handicappers are really going to like the Red Sox today at this price. Okay, let's see if we've got some picks from you guys in the chat in this one. Nuke went with the Yankees run line here. I think I might have said that. Sorry, you guys. I went too far. Okay. Robot Glock says he doesn't want Carson Wentz. He doesn't want Joey Wentz. He doesn't want what was the guy in Cheers? What was his Wentz? George Wentz. I think that was his name. Blues on the over here. Nuke says Cubs first 5 and full game. I'm on the Cubs with Nuke. I'm going to take the Cubs here in this one. And Doge says Cubs all day. Yeah, Final. Look, Red Sox were hot. I think the Cubs not as hot, right? But right now the Cubs still in first place, hanging on for dear life. There, it was George Wendt. You're right, Jim. I messed that up totally, but still, for the Cubs, right, 1-game lead currently over Milwaukee, but there's no doubt the Cubs are playing great. Wouldn't it be amazing if we had the Cubs-Tigers World Series, the World Series we've always wanted? All right, don't slight Fernando's Final. Brewers in there and all my Brew Crew fans, but Cubs right now in first place by a game. I'll take them here. All right, next up we have the Twins, and we do have an opener here. Let me get this right. And the Twins have an opener here, I believe, for Woods Richardson. Let me make sure I get this right. This just came out within the last 30 minutes or less right now. And it will be, here we go, Zebby Matthews. Good old Zebby, he's starting here for the Twins in this one today. And let me see what the status of Woods Richardson, because Zebby can certainly go a few innings here. So let me see if they've shuffled the rotation a little bit for this spot here right now. Hope I get this to you. This is what you rely on me for here. Okay. Okay, so it will be Zebby Matthews getting the start here in this one. He had been, on the disabled list with a shoulder strain, so I don't think he's necessarily an opener here. I think Zebby Matthews gets the start. I think they push Woods Richardson back. Has to be what it feels like to me. Matthews has been sidelined since early June with a right shoulder strain and did have 9 strikeouts in 4 innings in his rehab start. So we'll see. He does have pretty rugged numbers this season, a 5.21 ERA, 1.47 whip, but that was a pretty impressive start. So Zebby Matthews gets the start here. Still, should note where he is making this start. And what is the current line now? It's down. It's still $1.85 or $1.90, and the total here 11.5 for the most part. Look. I like those numbers that I hear out of Zebi here, but I don't know if it's going to carry over necessarily in this one. I got to take the Rockies on the run line here. This one I'm flying a little bit of the seat of my pants, if you will, but look, plus a 1.5 at plus 110. Give me the Rockies here tonight. Nice job by Matthews, but we'll see. By the way, it is Antonio Senzatella. I don't mean to just totally let's take Colorado because of Zebi, but Senzatella 6.6 ERA, he's 3-13. I really can't sell you on Senzatella, but look, if Minnesota lost the game yesterday to Colorado, and Matthews, that was a good rehab start, but he still has a 5.21 ERA, as I said. So I'm going to take the Rockies here on the run line. And I'm sure it'll be another. And hey, it didn't go over yesterday. All right, here we go with Law Dog. Good to see Law Dog. He's got the Cubs. Going to sweep the series, he says. Cubs will sweep it over Boston here. They might. And Doge says, Twinkies, run line. Nuke says, it's Zebi, all right. And he says the Twins are minus 200. Can't do it. No way. Not even against a 23-win team like the Rockies, who are 51 games under 500. Give me the Rockies. Give me them. I'll take them. Twins are just 47-50. But, Zebi, he can whip. He can whip batters. There's no doubt about it. It might even be better prospect than Woods Richardson, if you can call Woods Richardson a prospect anymore. He's been in there, quite a while. Okay, here we go. A couple more, and the show will be over. Here, Brewers and Dodgers. Look at this one with Peralta here on the road. 11-4 record this season. 2.66 ERA, 105 WHIP, 199 batting average against, 248 BABIP. Peralta, great numbers. We know he's an all-star, and striking out 26% of the batters here for Emmett Sheehan. This is his third start. He's 1-0 with a 2.02 ERA, 1.05 WHIP, 204 batting average against. So for Sheehan here, Dodgers $1.35, total 8.5. Maybe shaded to the over here a little bit in this one. Maybe this is an acceptable price, but the Brewers got the win yesterday, did a great job here, and maybe they have the advantage, I would think, at pitcher. The Brewers are 15 units to the good this season. The Dodgers, they're down 10 units this season. So I know handicappers really like the Dodgers here for sure in this one, probably because you don't get to take the Dodgers at prices like this, quite often. But I'm going to go with the Brewers here, actually, as my pick. They won the game yesterday 2-0. Maybe the Dodgers are in a bit of a funk here right now, but got to go up against a very good pitcher in Peralta. I'm actually taking the Brewers here to win again. The Brewers have quietly played pretty well against the Dodgers here of late, winning a few of these games. Brewers right now, they're on a winning streak here. They've also beaten the Dodgers in 5 in a row. Now, usually they don't perform well in LA. They've actually lost 13 of their last 16 there after yesterday's result, but Dodgers here have lost 8 of 10. Right now, they've lost 5 straight to the Brewers. They've lost 4 of their last 5 at home. I'm going to take the Brewers here in this one. And, hey, we had the Brewers yesterday. We had them on the run line, but they got it done. I'll take them on the money line today. Nuke's with me on the Brewers. Says Peralta. I mean, it's not like, right, Nuke? It's not like Freddie Peralta just got off the, well, I don't want to say, we'll just say Freddie's been doing it for a few years, right? Maybe LA's not that good. Only if that were true, Jim. They are just being stupid at the moment, says Blue. I agree. Their manager brings them down, is what it is. Okay, one more, you guys. Appreciate you joining me here on the show today.
Final.
Not a terribly long show, but Anna Bondar just beat Kasha Juban, so I lost my premium pick there.
Final.
Lost my sports money premium. Oh well, apologies, you guys. All right, here we go. Last one on the board. Good one here. Houston and Seattle with McCullers and Evans. I don't know if we're going to get the pitchers duels that we see sometimes with these two, but you got McCullers here, 6.48 ERA, 1.65 whip. He's been a little shaky for sure, as McCullers. Oops, where's the graphic? There we go. McCullers has been a little bit shaky for sure since coming back. He's made 10 starts, got 309. BABIP coming into this one for Evans here of the Mariners. He comes in here with a 3.75 ERA, 1.35 whip, 272 batting average against, and a 290 BABIP. Not great numbers either here for Evans, but you do have Seattle at home, and they are trailing right now. They close, these are the first and second place teams in the American League West. So with the win there yesterday for the Mariners, they've been able to close the gap here to 4 games currently in this important series. Texas 7.5 back, Angels 8 games back. Can Seattle get another one from the Astros here today at minus $1.20, and the total 8? Maybe slightly shaded to the under at $1.15, $1.20, but most of the books showing an 8 out there right now. All right, let me hear from the chat in this one and see what you got with Seattle and Houston here today. For the Mariners here, they do come in having won 4 out of their last 5, including 5 of their last 6 at home. They beat Houston in 4 of the last 5 meetings here in Seattle between the two. Houston's actually lost 6 of their last 7 games coming in. So what happened to that hot streak? Now they have won 6 of their last 8 on the road here, but I'm taking Seattle tonight. Give me the Mariners to win. And, boy, I really like the picks here actually on the show.
Final.
All right, Astros in the under for Blue. Hey, I want to appreciate everyone's contributions in the chat today. I know the chat wasn't – maybe they want to get the second half fired up. We only had about 5 or 6 of you make even any comments. But let's see what the community leaderboard says about you guys here because, man it feels like I had to make all Nuki and the gang here. Doge making the picks with me. Andrew G. Terrell as well. Blue in there. Robot Glock came through also. Andrew K. Cash Kane. Fernando and Nate as my guys here today. Doge says, take the Mariners. Nuke was on the Mariners. Billy Siegfried, nice to see you here today. Scooter is crazy. Here's Blue. Oh, he already gave that one Astros and the under. Great job, you guys. I think that's just about it for the show.
Final.
And not much going on. Now, look, like I said, NBA Summer League today. I'm on Toronto to win the whole thing from the start of the tournament, so I probably would like a -3 today. I just need them to win, and I'll send out some other NBA Summer League picks today. Here we go. One more here. The Stampeders are going to take on. Oops. No, that's not the matchup. Sorry about that. Oh, man. It didn't seem to. I'll just have to type it in again. Maybe I didn't save that. Okay. Rough Riders and the Lions today. Hey, we got the win there yesterday with kind of an exciting game there. Calgary and Winnipeg. Calgary actually smashed them there. But hey, here in the CFL, I like the Lions in this one. They were -1, 1.5, and now they're 2.5. I'll still take them here as my pick on the morning steam show. Give me BC today over Saskatchewan. Hey, BC's having a pretty good year so far. I think they're the better team right now coming into this one. The Rough Riders, yeah, currently just 4-1. They have the better record, but BC still. You got Nathan Rourke. He's healthy. He's in the lineup. You've got a guy like Butler in the backfield. You've got Barry Hill putting up some pretty solid numbers right now, and Keon Hatcher as well. McInnes. This BC team really has a hot offense. And look, Saskatchewan's 4-1. Their defense is not as good as I think what we've kind of seen so far. That's the way I feel about it anyway. Meanwhile, I think BC has a really strong defense, and maybe we haven't seen the best out of BC yet. But look, Trevor Harris is okay. I think it is kind of a mismatch at quarterback with Rourke over Harris. And look, AJ Ouellette has been doing a great job for Saskatchewan for sure. But this game's closely rated for a reason, even though Saskatchewan comes in 4-1 and BC comes in just 3-3 in this one. So Rough Riders, they got Keyshawn Johnson. He's been doing a nice job. Probably didn't have the game they were expecting last time. And Emulus, I believe Emulus should be back for this game. That's going to be big. Remember, he had that huge game to open the season against Ottawa, then was injured. Well, he did play in the Hamilton game, but he's missed 3 games here. I believe Emulus does come back for Saskatchewan today, but I'm going to take the Lions in this one. See here, maybe you guys do have some plays here in the CFL. Nuke says it's got to be BC here today. Jim says BC and the under. Nuke says Rourke is the number 1 QB. Doge says gonna light him up today. And Doge says beating Montreal got BC going here. And let's see here. Andrew says, what about the women's Euro? I think I did make the call on the women's Euro today. I was on the happy hour yesterday and gave out my pick for the match. I did say take France to win in regulation. I like France. Get that price here real quick. There is a Major League Soccer card today, this evening as well. I'll have a premium card with my sports money premium, so please check that out today. I like France in the game. It's at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific. France in 90 minutes here on the 3-way at plus $1.50. Maybe you could take them on the money line as well, but I would take France today. Nuke says when Rourke was out, that's when BC was losing. That's when they lost the games. Doge says Winnipeg is fire trash. No, I don't know what that means. I'm taking BC here. Hey, that's it, gang. What a nice morning to spend with you. Not a whole lot of action. We just had the baseball, but man, we'll be going at it here soon for sure. With our other sports. So have a great day. Don't forget to catch us here for tonight with UFC 318 and that main event between Holloway and Poirier. We'll be here at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific with our companion coverage here on the Sports Money Network. If you want to start getting your winners together, you can check it out here on VB MMA Picks. I had my show with VB. We went over 3 fights. There's also First Strike out there as well currently. So you can get your picks started for the action tonight at UFC 318 in Louisiana. So it should be a pretty awesome time. I'll be there. And hey, if you would like my picks right now for UFC 318. Please go to winnable.com/Ramon and use the promo code STEAM. Click on that QR code in the lower right-hand corner. There's the address. You can get all my picks for tonight's fights there for just $3.50, or just subscribe for 1 month and get all my plays here.
Critical notice.
Any subscribers here in the chat that can attest or stand up for me here? I think I went 4-1 on the 4-1. I want to say 4-1. We had the Yankees Phillies over. Angels Phillies over, Yankees Braves over, Tigers Rangers under, and Astros Mariners under yesterday for a 4-1 day with my premiums in Major League Baseball. We also went 3-1 in the Summer League picks yesterday, and those were thus the consolation games. So I think I'll have at least one of the semifinal games, and maybe we'll throw in some consolation. Those are a little bit tougher, not much to play for. But we did hit him yesterday, and we kept him on the premium level. Look, I watched a lot of Summer League. I've always done well in this league. So check me out over at winnable.com and get more plays from me here today. And I'll have a pick on the total in the Sacramento-Toronto game. Like I said, I'm pretty much on Toronto. I'm pretty much committed to Toronto. But, man, they have looked good. They look like the best team in the Summer League to me, even though maybe a little bit biased with my 10-1 futures play. But Oklahoma City's looked darn good as well. No doubt about it. So please check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. Get my plays over there. And we did – hopefully, also, you can get the free plays from me as well when you log in and sign up if you want to check it out. And I think we've dealt a few winners over there, too. Last night, let me make sure I got the games right. We did have a premium pick. This was a premium, but it was in NRL yesterday. We had Manly Sea Eagles and Melbourne Storm under 47.5. I think the final score was 18-16. So pretty much got it done there in that one. And we did split our free plays in the AFL last night. Richmond ended up smashing the West Coast Eagles. But we did have the winner with Carlton plus 11.5. So, hey, when you go over there to winnable.com, it looks pretty cool, especially with our new branding, Mikey and I doing it here, and it looks like this. And then you just scroll down there and you can subscribe to the plays, just like ordering your Taco Bell there. Get the 3 days. I got the special there. You get the days package and then double click to pay. Very easy, just like when you're at the fast food place. Thanks everybody for all the great comments here in the chat, with Billy liking his Marlins here and the way things are going. Thank you to Andrew as well. Doge brought us some plays here. Irish King, nice to have you there. Thank you. And let's see what else. Justin, good morning to Justin in the chat. Nice to see you in there, my friend. Had some winners with my man there. Appreciate it. And NBA, I got Justin, make a pick for me in the WNBA All-Star game. I don't know if I have the answers here with what's been going on with the WNBA All-Star game here today. I don't have, I must admit, no pick for me here right now in the WNBA All-Star game here. Maybe I'll send something out, though, try to handicap. Maybe it'll be at the free play today here. It feels like. There it is. Thank you, Justin. Team Clark there, right? Without Clark. Of course, that's what we should be on. Thank you, Justin. I know it's, hey, hello to Lovable Plays, but Just, hard for me not to make a pick, right? I have a pick for every game, but I guess I wasn't quite ready for the WNBA All-Star game pick here, but I'll come up with something and maybe send it out as a BIP just to be on the record. I mean, after all, we are the kings of the W. All right. Appreciate it, gang. Zach Hatton, thank you as well. And really appreciate it, gang. All right, that's it for the show. Catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, with more morning steam. But don't forget to check out the coverage tonight on the Sports Money Network with our companion coverage of UFC 318. I hope I covered all the sports you were interested in here today. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
One for cover, that's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the